Hi everybody, sorry I can't be here today. I had to go pick up my son from school. He's sick, so I just wanted to jump on here quick and talk to you about what you're going to be doing today in class, since I didn't want to, this was easier than writing it all down. So for semester one, we are wrapping up, and we are going to be, instead of doing a final exam test, we are going to do a final project that's going to go through all the stuff we did semester one, all the chemistry concepts, and wrap them up into a project. So the project is called Life's a Game, and all of this information can be found on Brightspace under semester one project. What you're going to be doing to go through it says, during semester one, you've learned many important chemistry concepts. This project will help you review what you have learned, refresh your memory, and prepare for your final exam, which you'll take, but it won't be graded. The project requirements are that each game, or each group or individual, is going to create a game that uses the chemistry information as part of the game. The game can be an original creation, or it can be based off a game that you already play. So my personal favorite board game is Guess Who. So if you wanted to change the way Guess Who is played to include chemistry concepts, you could do that. If you like playing Uno or Battleship or a dice game, you can do any game you would like as long as it includes those chemistry questions that we are the chemistry concepts that we've been learning this semester. There's a list of some requirements. Again, this can be found on Brightspace if you want to read through it. But the first requirement is that your game has to be for 4 or 6 players. The reason behind that is that at the end of this project, we are going to be playing each other's games. So we need games that we can include everybody on. The second requirement, and this is the big important one, your game has to include 3 to 5 questions from each week of class. And it says use the review packet as a guide. So up here in the front of the room, there's some papers for you to pick up today. One of them is this packet. It is the semester one review packet, and it goes through week by week all the topics that we did every week. So when you are coming up with your game and you are coming up with questions, you need 3 to 5 questions from each chunk of questions. So the first topic, week 1 and 2, that was Intro to Science. You're going to come up with 3 to 5 questions for this week. Then we did week 3, Matter, 3 to 5 questions from Matter, and so on and so forth until you get 3 to 5 questions from each of the weeks. There are some practice problems that I've included just to refresh your memory on these topics. You can't just pull these questions from the packet and put them onto your game. You've got to be a little more creative than that. So that's the big requirement, that you're 3 to 5 from each topic. And you need to include your questions with the correct answer. And the other thing that you need to have in your game is people aren't going to know how to play your game, so you're going to have to come up with the instructions or the how-to list of rules how to play your game. Big question that I'm sure is coming up in some of your brains, who can I work with? Do I get to pick my group? Your group, you can work individually. So if you want to do this project all on your own, that's good. Or you can work with up to 4 people. Maximum 4 per group. So if you want to have a group of 1, 2, 3, or 4, those are all good options. You just can't have more than 4. Your group members have to be in the same class period as you, so you can't work with somebody in first hour. You got to be in class with them working. And then this is the most important thing when working with a group. I'm just going to read this to you. If working with a group, each member of your group should have a job. The purpose of working with a group is to split up the work, collaborate, and use each other's strengths to make a more polished project. If you're working by yourself, this is a big project for you to tackle alone, and I know that. If you're working with a group of 4, I'm going to have higher expectations for you because you have more people. So what I don't want to happen is that you have a group of 4 and one person does all the work while everyone else sits and chats. So while you're going through today and you're starting to plan out, go through this packet and split up the work evenly among the people in your group. So assign weeks to people in your group. You do the first week, I'll do the 3rd week, you do the 4th week. Split it up like that. Okay, so after you have your group today, or if you decide to work by yourself, you need to do this. And this is the project planning paper, and it's right up on the front table. So you need to fill out one of these per group. I need to answer the following questions. We're going to use the engineering process to make our projects. So the first thing we need to do is ask some questions about what we're doing. So we're going to ask, what kind of game are you going to play and what's the purpose? Then you're going to take some time to imagine what your game is going to look like, how are you going to play it, how do you win, and then finally do some planning today. So planning, this says what seminars do you need to attend? I'll touch on that in a second. And then what supplies. So if you're gonna take, your Jenga set from home and make a board game out of it, that's good. You can do that. Just make sure you're not like, we're gonna go buy Monopoly and then no one in your group can actually go buy Monopoly and then you don't have a project at the end of the time. So just think that through today. If you need stuff, where are you getting it from? I have most like normal classroom supplies, paper, markers, note cards and things like that. But if you need something special from home, make sure you know that today. Final thing is our calendar. And you'll see, if you look on the calendar on Brightspace, I have it broke down from every day from now until the end of semester. Every day you're gonna have project work time, and then it says something on here about review seminars. So since some of these topics are pretty old and you might not remember everything about them, throughout the class time we are gonna have little 10 to 15 minute review sessions. So your group might be working, you might send somebody over from your group, your whole group comes over and has a little review session about that topic with me. So next time I'll see you guys is Wednesday. The review seminars for that are going to be on matter and atomic structure and ionic and covalent bonding. So if you don't remember anything about covalent bonding, you probably want to send somebody to that review seminar so that they can refresh their memory and make the questions for the game. Due dates for this, we are going to go through this whole week. We'll have review time and seminars. And then next week, Monday's still a project work day with a review seminar. Your project is going to be due on Wednesday at 8:44. So that is the end of first period during block. We are going to end our games there. And then the second part of block next week, we're going to play them and peer review each other, give each other like a peer grade. And then that Thursday, the last day of the semester, you're going to take a final exam. It's not going to be graded. I just want to see what you guys retained from first semester as like, I want to know what you know. Okay? So I know that was fast and I'm on video and you can't like ask me questions, but hopefully this gives you a good start today. Get your group, figure out what game you're playing, fill out a planning sheet, turn that in, put it back up on the front table, make me a pile so that I can read them tomorrow when I get in here, just to make sure you guys are on the same page. If you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll be on my email today. So have a good day, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.